Hello and good evening, meteorologist Mike Adcock with an update on Typhoon Vongfong, currently located in the East China Sea. This evening, we see here on satellite convection still pulsating there to the north of the center of circulation. Not quite the robust system that we saw this time yesterday as it was going through Okinawa. Not a whole lot of convection right now along the southern side of the storm. Most of it is being sheared along to the north, and that's just with the jet stream running along to the north there as the system starts to become extratropical. Do see some showers and thunderstorms affecting Kyushu at this time, and that's really going to be the case over the next few days as the system races off to the northeast. As of 9 p.m. Japan Standard Time, the center of circulation was located 365 kilometers to the southwest of Kagoshima, or about 405 kilometers to the south-southwest of Nagasaki. Right now, moving to the north-northeast at 22 kilometers per hour. This is an increase in forward motion, starting to see it accelerate. It should continue that trend as this races off to the northeast and then eventually east-northeast over the next few days. Wind speeds right now down to 120 kilometers per hour with gusts up to 175. That is mainly to the northeast side of this, the center of circulation, and pressure has increased now to 970 kilometers. Taking a look at the weather warnings out by JMA. Okinawa, starting to see those warnings lift out in your area. Just high wave warnings in effect. Mami, you're seeing heavy rain, flood storm, and high wave warnings in your locale. Kyushu, storm and high wave warnings as well, and seeing those high wave warnings extend on into Shikoku. Looking across the rest of Honshu, do see some storm surge advisories popping up. Matter of fact, as far north into Tohoku. As we get into like Aomori Prefecture and Hokkaido, what you're seeing there highlighted in yellow, that's really right now for some frost and dry air advisories with some strong high pressure over. But over the next day or two, you could see storm surge advisories moving up your direction. Latest radar imagery, we do see those showers and thunderstorms kicking up across Kyushu. As the system starts to approach, we should see that intensify. So looking for heavy rain, especially there in southwestern mainland of Japan. Kind of give you the synoptic overview of what's going on. Here's Vongfong. It is being sheared apart. You do have the finger of the jet moving across, supporting this low pressure system here in far eastern Russia. This cold front is going to help give this storm baroclinicity, give it some temperature advection. That helps it transition from a tropical storm that we've been seeing the past few days into more of a fall-like winter storm that you would see racing across the mid-latitudes. Another thing is it is starting to merge up with this stationary boundary here south of Japan that kind of leads into this cold front that we see here developed well off to the east. This system is going to really intensify and race off to the northeast. Kind of give us a view. This is the 6 Zulu JMA analysis. Here's our storm. Cold front off to the north here. Again, separating these two areas of high pressure. That's going to allow this storm to race off to the northeast. Another thing I want to point out, not only you're going to see the strong gusty winds in and around the circulation of this typhoon, but the pressure differential between this low and this area of high pressure that's been giving northern Japan some fair conditions over the past couple days. 1,024 hectopascal with this system. Right now, that's a 54 hectopascal difference. So not only are you going to see the intense winds with the storm, but you're also going to see those strong winds in advance of the storm, just with the pressure gradient that's being tightened up a bit. You also have trailing behind this cold front a cold dome of high pressure, 1,038 hectopascal. Now, while this high pressure is expected to weaken regardless, still that's going to help intensify the winds. So very gusty winds expected across much of Japan on Monday and Tuesday. Here's the track forecast out of JMA. Again, right now just racing across much of the country, so almost everybody's going to get some sort of an effect from Vongfong, maybe save for just the northern tip of Hokkaido. Now, I've been talking about winds. Let's talk about rain, because rain's going to be really the significant news story here out of Vongfong. This image here is the GFS model. Basically looking at precipitation totals from today, Sunday at 3 p.m. Japan time for 72 hours. This will take us into Wednesday at about 3 p.m. And you see very heavy rains across a large portion of Japan. Again, northern Hokkaido's really dodging the bullet here, but everyone's looking at least 50 to 100 millimeters of rain, and you do see pockets across all the way up into Tohoku where rainfall totals could exceed 250 millimeters over the next few days. So looking at some flooding conditions, possibly some flash floods, and as well into the mountainous regions, could see an isolated landslide or two. So definitely continue to be posted, keeping an eye out for that. This is the JMA model, pretty much the same time frame. Again, not a whole lot of difference. It's pretty much in line, maybe a little bit less accumulation, but regardless, heavy rainfall is going to be the story across much of Japan to start off our work week. Looking at some surface plots, really not much to talk about here as the storm is out in the East China Sea. But one thing I do want to point out is just how expansive this storm is, how much it is affecting, like, even though it's quite a bit away from Okinawa, we're still seeing sustained winds, 20, 30 knots, still seeing some tropical storm force winds here, some showers in and about that area. Kyushu on up into Honshu, we're already seeing winds into the 20s and 30s as well. Even rain affecting southern portions of South Korea. So this system is starting to expand a bit. This is pretty normal with a storm that's undergoing extratropical transition. We'll see that just continue to expand out, and that's going to be really the big problem as this storm races off and affects much of Japan. Of course, keep it tuned here at westernpacificweather.com. We're going to continue to monitor this over the next few days. You can also join in on the conversation at storm2k.org. Thank you all for tuning in. Be safe out there. Have a great day. Take care.